Hey, Dan, the regular guy here. I had something weird happen to me the other day. I came home for lunch, and walking down the highway, kind of near our neighborhood, was this older man. He seemed kind of lost. I saw his truck was parked with the door left open. So I got out and I said, "Hey, how you doing? You okay?" He said he was fine, but he saw a wrench on the road, and he's kind of wandering in the traffic. So I was pretty concerned about him. I said, "Well, let me help you find it." And I look ahead, and there is on the road something shiny. I said, "Let me get it for you." So I kind of ushered him towards his truck. I went and grabbed the shiny object, and it was not a wrench. It was actually a brake lever to a Harley Davidson motorcycle. I don't know where the rest of the bike is, but someone was able to get home without their brake. And I said, "Well, it's not a wrench, but here you go." And he said, I don't have any use for that. You can have it." And then he just walked away, got in his truck, and drove away. And so I don't have a motorcycle, but I do have this weird thing. So I decided I want to make something with it. So today I want to do my best to make a bottle opener out of this lever. It should be something pretty unique, one of a kind maybe. Bottle openers are really not that tricky. All you need is a flat area to hold pressure against part of the cap. You need some sort of hook area to grab the lip of the cap, and you need some kind of leverage. So I have plenty of leverage here. This thing's probably 2 pounds almost. So I'm just going to get a grinder, start chopping away, test it out, see what we can do. Let's do some stuff. I've clamped the brake lever to this table to use an angle grinder. You can use a Dremel, you can use a file. I own an angle grinder, so I'm going to use it to take out the bulk of this material. I'm going to have to probably finish it off with either a file or a Dremel to get kind of the little hook portion to grab the rim of the bottle or of the lid. But I'm following my pattern that I drew on the other side. Here we go. I'm trying to make a straight cut down, and I'll groove this part in a little bit for the to grip the rim of the lid. But for now, I'm just trying to take out material straight down, make a flat surface. It's ugly so far. We'll see what it does. I just finished the first round of grinding. Pretty happy with it so far. It looks decent. I tried it on a bottle and it grips enough to pry the lid off, but I'd like to have a little more space in here. That way it gets a firmer grip, and I might even take the Dremel and grind downward to make a bit of a hook on this bottom part. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper here to make more space for the cap, grind a hook, and I think we're about done. The great thing about this project is if you only have a grinder, you can do it. If you only have a Dremel or files, you can still do it. It will just take longer. Let me show you the final product. I tried to make it angled with a little bit of a hook that's also thin so that it can grip under the cap, but yet also not be too thick that it hits the glass and doesn't allow it to get a good grip on the cap. And I angled it, rounded it I guess, so that it fits more of the contour of the bottle. And of course, the most important part, does it work? Certainly does. My encouragement for you today comes from Psalm 73. I've been in that chapter a lot lately, and it's a guy named Asaph who was a Levite priest writing it. And in the beginning of the chapter, he is lamenting over how it seems that the wicked and the ungodly seem to live in ease and prosper. And he talked about his feet almost slipped because he was so focused on that. But he ends the chapter with the question of God, "Who have I in heaven but you? And there is nothing in earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." So I want to encourage you today, no matter what's going on in the world around you, no matter how stressful it may be, answers do not come from man. Answers don't come from politicians or governments, but they come only from our God, our Father, who loves us. So put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, the strength of your days. When your heart and flesh fail, He is your strength and your portion forever. Now, let's go out and do some stuff.